Hiya, quick video sorting out that mess at the back there, and I thought while I'm doing it I'll see if there's any stuff to have a bit of Bowdrill practice with random wood. As you can see with that opening bit, the wind's picking up a little bit, so it might be a bit blowy on here, but first of all I'll get stuck into my pile and see what I find first. I had a lot of these long lengths because I used to build an A-frame when I was at Cubs in the woods behind the HQ. The idea was that you bring all the wood, it's all ready, and then many hands make light work, and we used to make quite a decent thatch on them actually. What I came up with the idea of doing was naming all the bits of wood. I've just stumbled across Cuthbert here. The idea was that you know, the small sticks would be A to D, and then the medium small would be D to F or G or something. And then the idea is that they'd go looking for the names and not realise they'd help me tidy them up. We didn't actually get to use them before I left, so it seemed like a good idea, even though I didn't put it into practice. With the mention of the wood that I used to use for the A-frame with the Cubs, this is a nest we put in for wrens. And just literally a couple of weeks before I needed to get the wood out, which this nest is near, a wren started building in here, and you can actually feel there is a little nest in there, mainly feels like moss or something like that. And I thought, how am I going to get hold of the wood with that there? But it disappeared, and upon doing some reading, whether right or wrong, wrens build several nests, or the males do, to show off to the ladies, so luckily he didn't choose this one. And as I'm sorting wood, it seems perfectly logical to get my Frontier stove out that canvastent.co.uk supplied to me via a competition. Thank you very much, chaps. It's well used, I have to say. I've just discovered this, a little cramp ball. So this means it's almost certainly going to be a bit of ash, especially looking at the bark. But that's grown while it's actually been in the wood stack. This is for drills I've found in the tidy up on my wood stack. They're tiny. I don't know how, possibly with that hazel there I managed to get something, but goodness me, I've come a long way. Right, I think I've got enough to get the fire started. I've got some silver birch as well, and the dried plants to the left are old Alexanders. We'll see how they get on. Good thing with having a stove is it's a good place to dry the slightly damp wood on the top. Thought I'd just show you this. This I know is a bit of lime, and you can see the fibrous bark underneath, which is used to make good cordage. Absolutely expected to find an old spoon blank. It's not too bad actually. I'm getting there with the tidying, but it's just started lashing down, but no problem. It's not the tightest of setups, but I've got my 3x3 tarp up to help me finish the job. Okay, so I've got the kit ready from my wood pile. That bit of wood for the bow, I don't know what it is, but it's got a curve, and it's a bit small, but you know, this is a challenge that I'm doing. So whatever. This I think might be a little bit of coniferous wood, but importantly, although it's seasoned, it's wet, which will help with the bearing block. Obviously, just a bit of bark for the pan to catch the ember. This almost looks certain to be lime, again with the stringy bark, and I've taken the liberty of obviously just doing a little bit of that. You don't need the whole thing if you're just making one attempt. And we've got a bonus of a little bit of spalting in there by the looks of it. And the drill, I think I've lucked out on that as well. That looks like a bit of hazel, so I've obviously shaped that, and we'll give it a go. So I've cut the notch, and I was just about to start pumping the old bow for an ember, and the rather punky lime has let me down. The corner pinged off, but you can see the colour's good there, so I might just try and do a bit in the middle here, see if that works, or maybe I have to find another bit or another piece of wood. So yeah, take two tomorrow, because I'm losing the light now. I thought even though it is getting a bit dark, I'll have a cheeky second go in the middle, and it's broken as well. So I'm definitely going to have to admit defeat with this piece and move on to a plan B that I have. Balls. Right, I'm having another attempt. As you can see here, I've actually changed the base because I think the other one that I threw back on the wood pile did actually have a little wobble on it, which didn't help me, but because it was breaking as well, so I thought, well, I might as well quit while I'm behind on that one. I've also changed the drill as well. I think that the other one was a really rough bark, and I think that was actually wearing away the resistance on the paracord. So I've changed to a third piece that I found in wood pile, and so far so good. So there we go. I think the second piece of wood I used was lime as well, I'm guessing, and the drill was hazel. So if that is the case, another chalk success for that combination.